Hello, hi, it's me, Jasmine. So, hello, friends, sewing friends, quilty friends, um, family friends, whatever. Hi, guys. I am live today. Um, this is a really casual live today. I have a couple things that I can share with you. I titled this live What I'm Sewing because it's just going to be a random compilation of what I'm sewing. I try not to. So, what I'm trying to do is get more comfortable about being in front of the camera and not scheduling it all. As you can tell, I didn't really do much getting ready for today because I want to get more comfortable here chatting with you guys. If I try to make it all formal, I get really nervous and I don't know what to talk about. So I'm just going to share what I'm currently sewing, what I'm working on right now, and we can chat about it. So for anyone that comes in, if you have questions about me, about my sewing, about any patterns I have or my business, just throw them in the comments and I will answer them. And let's get talking about sewing. So, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I have a collaboration going on. Maybe I should have done my hair a little bit. I have a collaboration currently going with Jenny at her account is Clover and Violet. That's her website. And she has a CNV sewing club, which is amazing. If you haven't, go check it out. cnvsewingclub.com. She has a really sweet community of women that she's connected with and that she's working with on a monthly basis, and they're all part of her sewing community. And they have really good chats and even face-to-face Zoom calls once a month that I think is just like the best way to connect because we can chat and type as much as we want, but we don't really get to know each other until we're like face to face, you know. Um, that's why women like to be together to chat and talk about everything. So I just really admire what she's put together over there. I wrote about it in my blog, and I even spoke about the pattern that I put together for her sewing group. That hair is like really bugging me. So my hair is like kind of wavy and doesn't really take shape unless I put effort into it. And today was just a really relaxed day, so I didn't do much. But the sewing pattern. So the sewing pattern I put together for Jenny and her group is called Three's Company. And I kind of shared that it's called Three's Company because um, I'm wearing shorts and a sweatshirt. Okay, it's called Three's Company because the pattern shares instructions on how to make all three items, but it's one set of instructions. So, I mean, I'm kind of proud of that. But, so with one set of instructions, you can make this jar cozy, which I have found super, super helpful. I actually use these all the time. And, it's kind of like, I'm kind of shocked. Like, I can't believe I didn't share it earlier because I've been using these jar cozies for years. And so finally I got it down on paper and I got to share it with Jenny. And she loved the idea, and we expanded the pattern to include the other two items, which are a pencil holder, which is very similar. You just leave off the little cuff here, and then the larger round bin, which is so handy and sturdy and helpful for organization. So that is what I released, the pattern I released for the CNV Sewing Club, and it's pretty awesome. This is the pencil holder, which is great, and it really brings everything together in your sewing room, makes it a lot cuter. And hey, if you wanted to use this as your jar cozy too, it works just the same and works great. The reason I added this cuff, now I've seen a lot of jar cozies online, but this cuff here, I added because I wanted a little more security for whenever I'm holding my jars, and I didn't want it to slip out of my hand. I feel like the the shape of the jar kind of gets hard to hold, and then I have like these little short little fingers, so it's kind of hard to hold. And whenever it's wet, you know, from ice and condensation, it kind of gets slippery. So I added the cuff so that whenever I'm drinking out of a jar, I don't have to worry about it slipping out of my hand. It's just so easy to hold. And so that's where the jar cozy and cuff came in. and it's just super cozy. I like whenever I'm drinking something warm to feel cozy like that. So that's where this idea came from, and I love it. So if you're a part of the sewing group, this is what we'll be making for the month of August. And if you're not, get on her wait list because I think you're really going to enjoy that sewing community. It's so much smaller than Instagram. Instagram feels very big, and it's difficult to like connect with people and ask people questions unless you're always in communication with that same person. But the sewing club, it's a smaller group that makes it so fun. So let's see, that's what I have been making. I'm going to put together another set of these 3 pieces this month. And my daughters even asked for some bins like this. So they don't know that I'm going to make it. I took their request and kind of acted like, no, I don't have time for that right now. And so they were a little bummed, but they don't know that I'm going to make it for them. And we haven't started school yet. So I homeschool my children. I've got 3 girls. And they don't know that I'm going to make these for them. And I was thinking for the first day of school, we're going to start school later in August. I was thinking of making them each a round bin and then putting some of their new school supplies and materials inside, and maybe some goodies for them so that when we start school, they can be a little more excited about it. And they're usually pretty good about starting work, but I think it would be a fun surprise, to see it on the table the morning they start school, especially since we're not going to class. They don't get new backpacks and all that. So I can have that out for them, and I think they'll be really happy. So I try to, whenever I'm making things for them, I try to make it according to their personality and interests. And instead of just sewing what I like, because I have different style than them. So I'm going to have fun picking those little goodie baskets out with the round bins. Okay, so aside from the Threes Company pattern that I sewed, or that I created for the CNV Sewing Club, I've also been working on a foundation paper piecing pattern. If you are familiar with foundation paper piecing, it's one of my favorite ways to sew. I love to fabric piece. Traditional fabric piecing is really fun, but whenever I don't want to think about what I'm doing and I just want to sit down and sew and like not calculate anything, not measure things out, and not worry about my seams matching up perfectly, I love to pick up foundation paper piecing. A good foundation paper piecing pattern, that's like Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickle peppers. That always twists up my tongue. So a good foundation paper piecing pattern, whenever you're sewing it up, is simple, and there are those really complicated ones, and for a very specific project or look, those are great, but I decided that I wanted to make one that was similar to the log cabin FPP block, where you really just need straight lines that are not overcomplicated. That is what I designed my FPP pattern after, and it is called the pyramid stack pattern, and I'm very proud of it. This is the 6-inch FPP block for the pyramid stack, and the reason I did that is because these diagonal lines here, these run across horizontally, and then there's these diagonal lines, and whenever they're pieced together in a set of 4, so like this, it looks like a pyramid, like you're looking down from the sky down to the pyramid, and I just love how simple this is. And also you can turn them any way in many different combinations. So I'm hoping that this is as simple and easy, user-friendly as the log cabin for people. And I think it's an excellent way to get into FPP sewing if you're not familiar with it, because of how simple these lines are. And so you can use a 2-inch strip for all 7 of these sections, and it's just so easy to sew. So that's what I have been designing aside from my other pattern. And now, so some lovely ladies on Instagram that I'm really grateful for. If you are one of the ladies, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. They are currently testing this pattern and putting together their own projects and quilts. I don't know if they're going to make the big ones, the little mini quilts, baby quilt. The pattern itself is coming out. I have it coming out with, I believe it's 5 patterns. So that's the baby size, throw size, the twin, the queen full, and then the king. Yeah, so that's 5. And then aside from the original 6-inch block, so whenever they're put together, it'll be 12 by 12. Aside from this sized block, there's also a secret, I'm going to tell you, a bonus block that's in there that will be 3 inches. So it's a little mini block, really, really cute design that I think people will enjoy for those smaller projects, or even if you wanted to make a huge quilt out of 3-inch blocks. It's really, really nice. So that's actually a really great scrap buster. Like if you have a bunch of small scraps that just are not in the same shape and size, a 3-inch FPP block is like excellent for getting rid of those. So I think if you're new to FPP, or if you're an old veteran to FPP sewing, you will really enjoy this pattern because I have been enjoying sewing it. So far I have one quilt, and I will grab that to show you. I have one quilt that is just about done with my, designed with my pyramid stack quilt, and it's just about done. I need to square it off and then add the binding, which I'm hoping to do tonight. I don't think I'll be doing that live because I'm not going to be on here that long. I just wanted to jump on and say hi, but I'll show you how it's come out. So let me grab that real quick. Okay, you guys ready? It's so nice. Okay, so I have this and these blue fabrics. This is, sorry, someone's sending me a message. Okay, so this is the pyramid stack quilt, and this is a throw size. So it's got these 6-inch blocks here, and then when put together in a set of 4, it makes 12 by 12. And so the throw size quilt is a 60 by 60 quilt. It's a square. And this is the throw size. I have assembled the whole thing and even free motion quilted. You can see my curved quilting lines there, which I showed last week in my live. If you haven't checked it out, go check that out. Because I am so new to sorry, I'm mixing them up now. I'm so new to free motion quilting that I'm just like barely starting out in it, but I picked out this design. I'll show you the back because sometimes it's a little easier to see with that single. So I picked out this free motion quilting design, which was excellent, and it's a bigger design, so it wasn't very tedious or difficult to do with my Juki machine. And sad news, I think I messed up my Juki. I think I need to take that in, so it's right behind me. I haven't been able to use it this week because I think I messed up one of the gears, and it's probably time for it to be maintenanced anyway, just for regular maintenance, because I've had it for like 2 years, maybe about 2.5 years now, and so it needs to go get worked on. But it's making this funny like screeching sound. And I thought it was underneath, but no, it's like up at the top. So it's up here. It's making a little screeching sound. So hopefully it's not going to be messed up. But I did get to finish this quilt right before it started to act silly. And if you can see, there are these large squares. So I went diagonally, and I followed the outline of these diamonds from the pyramid stack, and then in between I made like these orange peel, or I would say maybe they're even a little thinner than an orange peel, but like these petals. If this has a FMQ design name, this type of design outline that I made, If it has a name, let me know. And if it doesn't, let me know that too, because if not, I'm gonna name this. I just kind of went with it because I didn't have anything else to work with, and I was thinking, what is the simplest free motion quilting design I can do? And I really wanted some curves because I've been doing straight line quilting ever since I started, and it's just gotten a little boring to me. I know it's a quick and easy way to do quilting, and it's the simplest because you really don't have to think about it whenever you're making straight lines, and also like a grid design. But I wanted something a little more interesting, so this is what I came up with, and I think it's really pretty. Yeah, so I haven't squared up my quilt since then. I've just been really busy doing other things, but tonight's the night I get to square it up. And also, oh, I really like how the petals came out like this, kind of like a scalloped edge around, and I think it came out really nice. So that is the FMQ design that I made on this quilt, and I'm squaring it up tonight and adding the binding. Super excited about that. But I have been working on another quilt that I haven't shared yet, and it is with the same quilt pattern, my pyramid stack quilt that I have been designing. So like I said earlier, it is out to testers right now. I'm like anxiously waiting for some pictures to see how their pyramid stack quilts are coming out, since it is an FPP pattern. But this is the new one that I'm working on. I chose to do two tones, so white and pink, and I love how this is coming out, and I kind of wish like that I had started with a bigger size. So I cut all my fabric and I prepared it for a baby size quilt, and I think it's so pretty. And now I want to keep it for myself, of course, because that's how I am with every project. Like, it's so hard to give away the quilts that you make, right? But this will go to one special little baby girl, and I think once they're all put together, all the squares, it's gonna look really nice and modern, but really sweet because of the nice colors that are on here. So this is using my FPP pattern pyramid stack, and I have, this one's gonna be a 36 by 36 baby quilt. So that's in inches, and it's gonna have 3 of these diamonds going across and 3 down. So it's gonna be a square size quilt, and I love it. This 2-colored quilt. Wondering what you guys think of 2-colored quilts. This is my first time ever making them. Usually I'm doing more of prints and different colors, but loving how this is coming out, and I'm probably gonna want to do more. And thankfully I have enough pink, so I could make it bigger if I wanted to. But this is going to one of our cousins, because she had a little baby girl, so I need to get that over to her. And then let me show you something else that's on my sewing table. So, oh, I'll show you this. So I forgot that this magazine came in, and no, it's not sponsored. I just love this magazine. It is the Love Patchwork and Quilting magazine, and it comes from the UK and takes forever to get to me. So I hope it's not an old issue. This is issue 110, but I love that they come in bright colors. It's more my style with the brightness, and a little bit of modern with, oh look, it has the little orange peels just like my quilt. So, and then it came with these little stencils, and these are half hexagon little templates, which I like that they add these, because they give you the quilts, they give you the patterns, and then they give you these templates. And this is, I think, the 3rd time I've received templates and rollers with my quilting magazine. And I don't know if you saw, but whenever I mentioned that my first patchwork and quilting magazine came in, it came in like 6 months late. That's how long it took them to process my my magazine order and for it to reach me finally in Arizona. But I just love this magazine, and there are a couple quilting magazines that I get, and sometimes I even get them secondhand, like at a used bookstore over here, because people are always dropping them off. So I'll pick them up. But I think this is my favorite. I think they're a little bit more my style, and So I'm really looking forward to like going through this and maybe even picking something out to play with. Look at Susie Q, she's so cute. So she's really fun to follow on Instagram. But they also have these FPP templates in here. So that's really cool, a bit modern, maybe a little too modern for me, but really cute. Nonetheless, I can't wait to check this out. And then one more. So I'm also, aside from my two-tone quilt, the pink and white two-tone, it's kind of like a rose pink. I love that. So aside from that one, I also picked up some Christmas fabrics, and I didn't get the whole collection because I was like, oh man, I have so many Christmas fabrics that I'm just like hoarding and I need to get to. But I really wanted this new one that just came out this year. This is called Cheer and Merriment. It is by Moda Fabrics, and they have these darker greens that are just beautiful. And there's this red. This is like a deep, almost like garnet color, but it has these little doves with ribbon that's really cute. And I have them scattered on my desk, so I was like taking pictures, but I didn't put them back in a nice stack. And it has a really nice range of designs. That's another one with the doves. And then one of the reasons I got this is because of this mustardy gold color that's with it. Unfortunately, there's only two in the whole collection, only two of this mustard color. So like, I wish they had added more, but it's still really beautiful. And then the main floral print for this, now these are only fat eighths. I only got fat eighths. I don't need a lot of this fabric, but look at how gorgeous this floral main print is. And you see the green mixed with the mustardy gold. The designer just did such a good job, and I can't remember who the designer is. Stephanie Slowinski. Fancy that designs. Isn't that pretty? So I'm thinking that I can also make one of my pyramid stack quilts with this collection. And I wish it came with more. I didn't realize that there was only two of these gold prints. So bummed, but maybe I can buy more of this in yardage because the collection is just beautiful, and this was my main selling point. But also the furs and the greens, the foliage on this in this collection is really nice. So it's got these greens and mustards, and this is more like an off-white. It's not a stark white, but not really like a beige, like a warm beige. It's a little bit muted. But I was thinking this would be really nice for my pyramid stack quilt because I can chop these up into thin strips for these blocks, and they'll still be really bold and Christmassy, and I think it's gonna look really good. A little bit more mature than some of my other Christmas quilts that I've made because I like to make blocks that are kind of cartoony. Like I have some that are ornament blocks or Christmas trees, and I think this might look a little bit more mature and modern, but it still has the same colors, which are really nice. Oh, let me show you one more. So it's got this super dark green that's also in the main floral. So it's got that like lighter beige and then this dark green. Isn't that gorgeous? What color is that? Is it like an army? Like a dark, maybe? It's not forest. It's, I don't know. It's really dark green. And it looks great with that lighter blue and aqua. It just pops. And then the little mint mixed in there. And then of course this dark teal. It's so pretty. That was my dad's favorite color. He liked the color teal, and I just think it's so beautiful. Funny enough, it's actually my daughter Lila's favorite color, and I feel like she has his personality, which is funny. Like, do you ever notice that? How when somebody that's related to you has something, some characteristic or a personality trait as someone that they've never met before, but it's just runs in the blood. So that's Lila's favorite color also. And so here's my stack. If you could see, it would look really, this is so messy. Oh my gosh, so embarrassing, sorry. But this is my stack, and I think it's gonna look really good in my pyramid sack quilt. Can you see it? All right, so that is what's going on lately. My pyramid stack quilt pattern will be coming out, I haven't shared this yet, but at the end of August. So I'm guessing, or the date is August 25th, and that's when I will be releasing my Threes Company pattern, already released to the CNB Sewing Club. And like I said, I will be making 3 of these for the girls and some more for myself because they are so cute and handy, of course. And yeah, if you have any questions about those patterns or any other patterns in my shop, let me know. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for joining me. Make sure to subscribe and like the videos. And if there's something that you want to see me talk about more, definitely let me know. I'm open to all suggestions, and am willing to share whatever I can with you guys. All right, see you next time.